Spider-Man No Way Home recently released digitally, and because of this, I decided to rewatch it, and I realised something. The MCU sucks at doing Spider-Man suits. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some points as to why this is. Let's start. My first point is that Spider-Man has way too many suits in the MCU. You know what? Just for fun, let's list all of these suits. Homecoming homemade suit, Homecoming Stark suit, Stealth suit, Upgraded suit, Integrated suit, Black and Gold suit, Iron Spider suit, No Way Home End suit. So in Tom Holland's 6 different movies that he's appeared in as Peter Parker, he's worn a total of 8 suits. That's over 1 suit per movie, which is an insane count, but it's made even more shocking when you consider that both of Tom Holland's predecessors have had far less suits than him. Andrew Garfield has had 3 suits in the 3 movies he's appeared in, and Tobey Maguire has had 3 suits throughout his 4 appearances. So you'd think because MCU Spider-Man has so many suits, they would all have some sort of purpose. Nope, some of them are completely useless. Let's go over a few examples. Number 1, the Stealth suit. The Stealth suit is supposedly given to Peter so that no one will suspect why Spider-Man has come on a trip with his class, but this entire plot point is redundant because the final act of the film has Peter fight Mysterio while dressed as Spider-Man, so the writers could have completely dropped the Stealth suit and the film wouldn't have been affected in the slightest bit. My second example is the Black and Gold suit. This suit is used when Peter's upgraded suit gets vandalised. The writers could have easily made Peter wear any of his other suits, but no, they crammed in this lazily designed suit, even though the plot could have easily gone without it. The integrated suit comes after Dr. Octopus tears away some of Peter's nanobots from his Iron Spider suit, and so the remaining ones form into a golden spider around Peter's chest. The suit is not needed, it offers Peter no advantages or upgrades, it's not even an original design, it's just 2 old suits meshed together to form a new one. It is quite literally the most useless suit of them all. My next point is that Spider-Man's MCU suit designs are way too over-designed. This doesn't apply to every suit, but it does apply to most of them. Let's go over a few examples at this point. The Homecoming suit suffers from a few different issues. There are random thin lines on the legs, and there are these thicker segmentations all around the suit. The upgraded suit suffers from the same issue that the Homecoming suit has, that being the random segmentations on the suit. The Black and Gold suit has an issue in the form of these little wires that stick out of it. Side note, I am aware that these wires sticking out make sense due to the Black and Gold suit just being the upgraded suit inverted, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it makes the suit look more overcrowded than it needs to be. The integrated suit has a lot of issues. First off, it also suffers from random details, it has random black lines, and it also has random splices of contrasting colours. That's without even mentioning that the suit has a gold spider on it. The gold, black and red all fight for your attention and overstimulate you. Not to mention that the colours don't even work that well together, in my opinion, and just clash with each other instead. The final example I want to focus on is the Iron Spider suit. This suit suffers from the overstimulation problem and the random lines. Let's not forget the web shooters. They're so bulky and protruding for literally no reason. They could have made the web shooters more sleek. It's such a minor improvement, yet it would make the appearance of the Iron Spider suit look so much better. My next point is that some of these suits are only in the films for merchandising reasons. I mean, think about it. Spider-Man is Marvel's most profitable superhero. There's no denying that. So to say that Marvel didn't just force in a few extra suits so that they could milk their cash cow would be a ridiculous claim. I mean, look at some of these suits and tell me they weren't just thrown in there for profit. The Stealth suit and the Black and Gold suit are both lazy design costumes that were obviously crammed into their respective movies at the last minute for merchandising. My final point is that Peter Parker having a bajillion suits isn't entirely accurate to the comics and the character of Peter Parker. In the comics, he's a broke high school student, so he can only afford to have 1 suit, and aside from a few one-offs like the symbiote suit and the Iron Spider suit in the Civil War line of comics, that's all he's ever had. And yes, you could argue that Peter Parker having loads of suits makes sense in the case of the MCU, because he has Tony Stark to give him new ones. And you'd be right, and I agree it does make sense in the canon of the MCU, but that doesn't erase the fact that it's inaccurate to the comics and the concept of Peter Parker. But now, I want to pass it to you. In the comments, let me know what you think about MCU Spider-Man having a bunch of suits. Do you like it or not?